Test, test. This is Arlington High School Varsity Girls Hockey. We will be with you in a moment for the start of the game. Thanks for sticking with us. Welcome everybody to Eddie Burns Arena here in Arlington, Massachusetts for tonight's varsity girls hockey matchup between our Arlington Spy Ponders and Reading Memorial High School. Alongside Mark Russo, our analyst, my name is Nick Antonakis, and we have a great game tonight so far. We'll start up the show by kicking it to Mark just to talk about these two teams. Mark, the Arlington girls haven't really skated much in the past 2 weeks due to some delayed games and etc., some postponed games that we will have later in the season. How do you think that's going to affect them tonight in their first game back in a while?
Yeah, it should be interesting to see tonight, Nick. The girls have been off for about 14 days, which is a long stint to not be on the ice. Also, COVID has reared its ugly head again. We're missing 3 good players again today. Maddie Kapelka is out, Olivia DeMarco is out, and Allison Labarge is out for the Lady Ponders. So it should be an interesting matchup and one to see how we fare well. It'll be interesting to see how their legs are working. Hopefully we can get the puck moving in our direction and jump on and get them from the get-go. But we shall see.
Definitely. It's going to be an important game for both the Spy Ponders and the Reading girls, as they are two big rivals in this division as they continue to race for the division title here. Starting off with the Spy Ponders at center ice, we have number 20, Elena Volgaris, who's going to take the draw for the Spy Ponders to kick it off. And then number 13 for the Reading girls, we have Morgan Fischera, who kicks it off. As the Spy Ponders win the draw, they're going to look this thing. Starting it off in the neutral zone, Volgaris takes it up. Going back the other way, Russo battling for it in the Reading zone. Puck drops back to the neutral zone. O'Day's there to dump it back in. The Reading girls regroup and look to push back the other way. That's number 7, Cara Joyce. Now Arlington regains possession in front of their bench. Battling for it is Cave. It drops all the way back to O'Day. She makes a move with it off the boards into the neutral zone. Icing's called off. Drops all the way back to goaltender and captain for the Reading girls, Casey Machera. And now the Reading girls push back the other way through the neutral zone. Dump behind the net. Shea O'Day is there to pick it up. Taken away now in the middle. Loops around the goal. That's number 17 for the Reading girls. Now an attempted shot in front goes wide. Another shot on goal. Rod directs it away. Goes back to the blue line. Sent in front of the net. Still loose. And the rebound's cleared to the outside. Corsetti centering now for Russo. She has some room stretching back the other way. She elects to dump, and the Spy Ponders go for a line change. Chasing after it now behind the net. Applying pressure there is number 17, Grace Corsetti. We heard earlier from our analyst, Mark Russo, that Corsetti's actually going to be moving up to the front tonight to play more of an offensive role for the Spy Ponders in the absence of one of the best forwards in the league right now, Maddie Kapelka. So it'll be interesting to see how she can do in front tonight as they battle for it now in the Arlington ends. Puck trickles off into the Arlington corner. A giveaway in front, centering pass, nobody's home. Keneally's there to chase after it on the far side. She spins out, takes a hard hit, but Devin Norman pushes back through the neutral zone the other way. Reading dispossesses and dumps it into Arlington's end. They go for a quick line change and pressure the puck in the Arlington zone. Battling for it now in the corner. Stick on it, Morgan Fischera is there. She keeps possession behind the net, looks for an option in front, takes a shot, saved by Rod. Rebound is directed to the side, and it's rung around the boards. The Reading girls keep the play alive. Behind the net, Maddie Rezepka, a junior to watch out for today from this Reading squad. She's been elite for them all season. She's number 14 as she dispossesses the puck there on the boards. Looks to take a shot, is blocked by Corsetti, but the Reading girls keep it alive now behind the net. Rezepka still holding possession now in the Arlington end. Looks to center it back the other way for Bonifiello on the far side. And the Reading girls keep the pressure on. Arlington looks to sub out a few players, and it's finally cleared out by Molly Keneally into the neutral zone. And now off the line change. Nice deflection by Allie Piggott. The Arlington girls may have a spring on them going back the other way. Talanian battling for it. Piggott draws it out of the corner. She's tripped up there. No call on the play. Drops back to O'Day on the line. She bats it behind the Reading net. Battling for it behind there. Put in front, and looks like it just went in from behind. Allie Pickett put a shot on net from behind the net. And no sign yet. I don't think, no, it did not go in. Nice catch there by Machera, the goalie for the Reading girls. She must have got it right in between her pads on the line. Very close opportunity for the Spy Ponders as they get a draw in the Reading end now with 18:57 remaining in the first period. Off the draw, Spy Ponders win it to flex in front and they score! Devin Fanning with the deflection in front off Talanian's official shot, and the Spy Ponders take a 1-0 lead. Mark, what'd you see on that play?
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Pucks to the net. First one I thought was a goal, but they called it back. Devin Fanning going hard to the net and getting a stick in front of it. She's really progressed this year, and with Maddie Kapelka out today, we're going to need some girls to step up, and it's great to see some girls like Devin Fanning taking stride.
Fanning with a huge play there for the Spy Ponders. The deflection in front of the net puts them up 1-0. She's a junior for this Arlington squad as the puck goes behind the net for Vulgaris to chase. Battling for it behind the senior captain, Michaela Doherty. Drops back alongside the boards. Spy Ponders keep it alive. Doherty chases after it as it goes into the Reading corner. Recovered there by number 5, Elise Verrier. And a shot that deflects through the middle, doesn't get on net. O'Day steps up on the puck on the boards, keeps possession there, and a nice play by Selena O'Shea, who pushes it back the other way, dumps it behind the Arlington net. Both teams go for a quick line change. Oh, and a wipeout behind the boards. And the Reading girls keep it in the Arlington end. Corsetti's there to pick it up. She takes it around behind the net. O'Day back to Corsetti as they look for options through the neutral zone. Chipped up to the middle of the ice. Fischera has a stick on it. Drops back to O'Day on that right side. Spy Ponders change out. Send across to Abaruzzi on that far side, a senior for the Reading girls. Batted alongside the boards into the Reading end. Skeezis has it. Makes a nice move, dumps it in. Spy Ponders still battling for it in the far corner over there. Puck's chipped out into the middle. Norman gets a stick on it, takes it out into the open ice. She looks back, but a little bit too much as it goes past Riley Broughton, the freshman, and all the way back into the Arlington end. But chasing after it there was number 14, Maddie Rezepka, with some speed as the puck goes on net. Elise Rod covers it up. Rezepka being a threat here early for this this Reading team, as she has been showing off her extreme speed here early on. Definitely a player to watch. That was a great call by you, Mark. So definitely look out for it here today. As the Spy Ponders win the draw, loops behind the net. Fanning gives it up in the middle. Now an opportunity for the Reading girls. Doesn't get the shot off. Loops back behind the net. Taken alongside Fischera's there. Drops it off to Rezepka. Delayed call on the Spy Ponders. Centering pass, takes a shot and a toe save by Elise Rod. Play is stopped off the touch by Broughton. And the Reading girls will go on the power play. It's going to be on Allie Pickett. So the Reading girls get their first power play of the day here as the Spy Ponders lead them 1-0. It's going to be a 2-minute minor. Oh, and I think it might be too many players on the ice, if I heard correctly from the referee. So nothing on Pickett. They just elected her to take the penalty for the team as it's chipped behind the net. As the puck is dumped back into the zone, O'Day tries to chip it out, bats all the way into the neutral zone. Chasing after it there is, Michaela Doherty, who goes into the boards hard, and she's slow to get up. It's always not good to see when a player goes down like that. We hope that she's all right. That's a good sign that she gets to her feet on her own, but she does seem shaken up on the play. And on that play, Doherty doing what she always does, chasing down the puck with full speed, trying to make a play even on the penalty kill. She's been a great player all year for the Spy Ponders. We definitely hope that she's all right and can make her way back into this one. So now it'll be a neutral zone draw for the Spy Ponders with 1 minute 32 seconds remaining on the penalty kill. Reading girls unable to do much with the power play so far, but it's still early on. As the puck drops back, O'Day bats it off the boards all the way back into the Reading end. Now battling forward in front of the Reading bench. Attempts to send it across there. Rezepka's there to pick it up. Batted behind the Arlington net. O'Day's there to pick it up. Tries to clear it out, but it's picked up on the far side boards. Loops around the net. Battling forward alongside the boards. Bonafiello's over there as it drops back into the neutral zone. Reading girls look to re-enter. O'Day regains possession, floats the puck into the neutral zone, and all the way back into the Reading end. Now sent up into the middle. Fischera's there. Drops it off to the far side. Rezepka chases after it into the corner. Corsetti tries to bat it out. Back of the net for Rezepka once again. Pinned against the boards now is O'Day battling with Rezepka. And now taken back the other way to the blue line. Takes a shot on net, blocked in front by O'Day. Goes to the outside corner. Fischera's there to pick it up. Back to Rezepka, over to Fischera. She takes her time with it. 8 seconds left on the power play for the Spy Ponders. Corsetti elects to pin it to the boards, and they will freeze play. 1 second left on the penalty kill, so the Reading girls will get a draw on the power play with only 1 second remaining, as the puck was frozen due to being pinned against the boards for too long. But they're actually gonna move it out now to the neutral zone, which will benefit the Spy Ponders. Michaela Doherty back on the ice. That's good to see as she takes the draw. It's dumped back into the Arlington zone. Piggott makes her way out of the box. We're back at even strength. Spy Ponders 1 for 1 on a penalty kill so far today. Volgaris makes a nice move on that right side. She has some room. Tries to push in. Russo sees an opportunity. Tries to send it over to Doherty on that far side. Stepping up on the puck, Devin Norman. Bats it into the middle into a sea of red. They try and clear it out of their own end now. Russo battling for it in the neutral zone, wins the battle, dumps it in to the Reading end. Arlington keeps possession. Doherty has some room there, tries to dump it off to Russo, and she chases after it, keeping the play alive once again in the Reading end. Russo still has the puck, heavily defended there. She takes a hard hit, and they finally clear it out of their own end. But the Arlington girls not going to give it up yet. As they push back in, they're going to have to clear back on one side, however, as the Reading girls hold it behind their own net. Kara Joyce battles it up, and now Talanian takes it away in the middle. Nice play by Joyce to break it up enough. That would have been a 2-on-0 if she hadn't been there for that one. As the Reading girls try and clear it out, Arlington keeps the play alive once again. Now carrying it back the other way, that's Rezepka. She takes a shot, saved by Rod. Rebound loose in front, and Rod covers it up. Nice save by Elise Rod. And a great opportunity there by Rezepka. And Mark, you've definitely been right about her being a player of the game for this Reading team so far here tonight. What have you seen, especially from this Reading team so far early on?
Yeah, they're taking advantages of Arlington's inopportune play for a couple of days off ice. I think they're not. There's a lot of turnovers. They're really forcing the play and taking advantage of Arlington's turnovers. Arlington has been a victim of that in the past and has bitten them a little bit. They've got to tighten it up here a little bit. They're very sloppy in their own end and not careless with the puck.
Oh, and a big opportunity there. Thank you, Mark, for that analysis. Definitely the Spy Ponders have been a little bit rusty so far here today, not skating on the ice for over 14 days now. This is their first time back on the ice in a while. And now the Reading girls keep it alive, try to take a shot on net. It's blocked on its way there. O'Day picks it up behind the net for the Spy Ponders, and they take it back the other way. O'Day makes a nice move and now gets through. She has some room on that far side. She makes and she almost made a great move there. But she's dispossessed and it goes back the other way. Delia Roy with a great play for the Reading girls. O'Day would have been gone there on a breakaway. She made some great moves in the middle. Now battling for it in the side of the ice is taken away. Corsetti's there. Now charging back the other way, Abaruzzi. Now batted alongside, switching the sides. Into the middle, Devin Norman steps up on it. Skeezes is there to pick it up on the blue line for the Spy Ponders. Trickles back into the Arlington ends. Cave is behind the net to pick it up. Sends it off to Norman. Norman cross ice for Keneally. Keneally now into the middle for Corsetti. Corsetti takes it all the way back into the Reading corner. One-timer shot almost by Keneally. She couldn't get it off, and now charging back the other way are the Reading girls. And they are called offside barely there as they were flying through with some speed, a little bit too much, and the puck will come back to the neutral zone for a face-off. 10 minutes and 57 seconds remaining here in the first of two periods. The Spy Ponders lead 1-0 on the Reading Memorial girls as Devin Fanning netted a goal earlier in the period for the Spy Ponders off a deflection to give them the lead. O'Day sends the puck around the boards. Russo's there to pick it up. Shot taken on net. And it's directed wide by Rod. Another shot on Rod, and she directs it to the same spot. Battling for it now in the middle. Drops back, another shot and a save by Rod. Rebound loose in front, and another save by Rod. And now O'Day pins against the boards. That was Rzepka again with another big chance in front. And now the Spy Ponders push back the other way. Russo with some speed down the middle. She looks for reinforcements, loops around, gets tripped up. Reading girls are going to be assessed with a penalty, but Russo keeps her skates on it, keeps the play alive, and finally the Woburn girls touch it. The Spy Ponders will go on their first power play of the day off a hook. So, Mark, we'll bring it to you, our analyst. What do you think the Spy Ponders are going to have to do here on the power play to extend this lead in this first period?
Yeah, one of the things they've been very successful about in the past, they've had great puck movement. Moving in 17 for 19 is going to be a big step for us here, but move the puck around, good decisions, good passes, I think we'll be fine. They just continue what they're doing and it's successful. Wow, that's a good shot right there.
Oh, yeah, and a great shot by O'Day as the rebound's loose in front of the net. Russo almost got a stick on it. Thank you, Mark, for that breakdown there of what the Spy Ponders need to do on the power play. Sent back to the blue line. O'Day still gets a stick on it. Corsetti looked to take the shot there. Drops it back to O'Day once again. Over to Corsetti. She has room. Looks to move in. Rings it right over the top right corner. As the Spy Ponders keep possession, Russo tries to make a move to the middle. Drops back. O'Day gets a stick on it. Tries to center it. Still loose in front. And somehow it didn't go in. What a great save there by Casey Machera. It was right on the line. I don't think the puck was covered when they blowed the play dead, but either way, I
think that's a goal. I'd like to see the replay on that. That thing is definitely in the back of the net.
Yeah, either way, they blew the play dead before it crossed the line, so that's going to be called back. Definitely a close call there for the Spy Ponders as Russo was in the right place at the right time. Just an unfortunate situation where they blew the whistle a little bit too early on that one as the Spy Ponders look to continue to pressure on the power play. Corsetti looks to center it. Goes back to the blue line. Doherty's there to pick it up. Sends it across. Corsetti with plenty of room on that far side, and she just rings it wide. Doherty back to O'Day on the blue line. Doherty again to Corsetti. Corsetti keeps possession, moves into the middle. Poke check there, goes back to Doherty, over to O'Day. She takes a shot, deflected in front, but a save by Machera. Battling for it in the corner. Keneally keeps the play alive, drops it off to Doherty. She has plenty of room. Fires, save, rebound, and another save by Machera. She's putting up a lot of saves here on this penalty kill for the Reading girls, as the Spy Ponders have put a lot of pressure on the Reading girls. on this power play. Still 27 seconds remaining on it as they look to get one in the back of the net and extend this lead. Rung around the boards, Talanian's there to pick it up. She's patient with it in the corner, loops around the Reading goal, drops it back to Norman. Plenty of room for Norman. Over back to Talanian. She weighs her options. Power play about to expire. And they're back at even strength. Talanian tries to get a shot off and now almost stretched back the other way. But good containment there by Cave to dump it back in to the Reading zone. So both teams 1 for 1 on the penalty kill so far here today. 0 for 1 on the power play. As the Reading girls are back at even strength as the shot's taken in front off the post. Great opportunity there for the Reading girls. Rod got a piece of it, but it deflected off of her pad and onto the post. And the Reading girls just an inch short of tying this thing up at 1. Dumped back into the Arlington end. Cave's there to pick it up. She sends it off to Norman. Norman rings it back around for Cave. And the puck is deflected over the boards, and we will have a face-off back in the neutral zone. So 7 minutes, 11 seconds remaining here in the period. And Mark, we'll bring it to you. On that power play, we saw a lot of open ice for the Spy Ponders, but they were unable to capitalize on all the shots that they took. What do you think they're going to have to do here on offense to continue to pile up the lead here on the Reading girls?
Yeah, that's a good point. They created a lot of their own space by good puck movement. I just think it was an unfortunate power play. They can't all go in the net.
Yep.
I believe if they keep doing what they're doing, good things are going to happen to them here. There's another penalty, so let's see if they can continue up the good passing. I think they'll take advantage of it.
Definitely. Right after we finish talking about the power play, we're going to be going back on into second chance at it, as the Spy Ponders did everything right on that pass power play, just unable to get one in the back of the net due to Machera's great play in net, and maybe a little bit of an early whistle if you're from Arlington, but if not,
we're homish. We're rooting for that.
A little bit of home bias there, but either way, the Spy Ponders are going to go back on the power play. 2 minutes. It's going to be on number 17 for the Reading girls, and the Spy Ponders once again look to extend on their lead here. Off the draw, the Reading girls win it. Nice step up by O'Day on the board. She takes a collision, and now they try and pressure it back the other way, but Doherty's there flying after the puck to shut down any opportunity that could have been put against them there. Now it's sent to O'Day, back to Doherty as they fly through the neutral zone. Doherty stick handles, rings it around the boards. Keneally's there to pick it up behind the net. She sends it back around to Doherty. And now Russo has it. She takes a shot on net and a glove grab by Machera, as Russo's had a lot of great chances here in this first period. And she gets another great one there. Russo off the draw wins it, but the puck deflects back into the neutral zone. O'Day's there to pick it up. Over to Doherty. O'Day's hit back in her own end. And the Reading girls dispossess and dump it back behind the Arlington net. A minute left on the power play. 5 minutes, 48 seconds remaining in the period for the Spy Ponders as O'Day holds it in her own end. Spy Ponders lead the Reading girls 1-0 here so far in the first period. Battling for it alongside the boards, floats behind the Reading goal. Joyce is there to retrieve it, and she rings it all the way back. Floater into the Arlington end. Both teams go for a line change. Norman's heavily pressured there, and now Rzepka has some room in front, takes a shot, saved by Rod, rebound loose in front, and unable to get another shot off, but the Reading girls set up in the Arlington end on the penalty kill. And now it's cleared back out into the middle by Skizis. Great opportunity there by Rzepka, but Elise Rod just shuts her down with a great blocker save. Sent around the boards. Norman's there to pick it up. Back at even strength now, as Talanian has it in her own end. bats it off the boards. And it's centered into the middle. Now carried back up the other way. Skis is battling for it alongside the boards with Piggott. And they escape somehow, pushing back the other way through the middle. Tied up. Sea of Arlington skaters in the shot. They score. Reading girls tied up at 1. They were somehow able to carry it all the way into the Arlington end. That's number 18, Selena O'Shea, for the Reading girls to net that one and tie this thing up at 1. They were somehow able to carry it all the way into the Arlington end. Puck was sitting in front of the net, fired on net by O'Shea, and they put it right past Rod to tie this thing up at 1. And Mark, what did you see on that play from the Reading girls?
Yeah, again, just a hustle. 4 Arlington bodies around the puck. Sloppy play. Take that puck and put it to the corner. One-handed weak checks. We've got to be stronger and better on our defensive zone. That was a 1 against 4 that they just outmanned us on.
Definitely a little bit of a defensive breakdown there by the Spy Ponders as Devin Fanning will head to the box. The goal scorer today for the Spy Ponders will get her first penalty of the game as the Reading girls will go on their second power play and look to progress past the Spy Ponders in this one and take the lead 2-1 before the end of the first. Now the Reading girls win the face-off off that. Doherty bats it out all the way back the other way. Behind the Reading net now. The girls look to regroup. O'Day battles for it in the middle, but the Reading girls dispossess, look to go back the other way. Fischera had a stick on it. A little bit of miscommunication there by the Reading girls, but they dump it back into the neutral zone. O'Day regains possession for the Spy Ponders. Bat it back into the middle once again. Bonifiello's there to pick it up. She enters the Arlington zone, bats it behind the net. Chasing after, there's Rzepka on the far side, pinned against the boards by Corsetti. Rzepka rings it around for Sumner, a freshman for this Reading squad. Now it's rung around the boards once again. Shea breaks up the play there. And alongside the boards there, Bonifiello, a captain for this Reading team, keeps it alive, fires on net, saved by Rod, directed wide. Rzepka's there to pick it up. Rzepka fires, blocked by O'Day in the middle. Popechek keeps the play alive. Puck's still loose in the middle, and it's cleared up by O'Day. Both teams are going to go for a line change. Back to retrieve it now. Bonifiello for the Reading girls as now they look to exit their own end. 23 seconds remaining on the power play for Reading. Tries to make a move in the middle there. That was O'Shea, the goal scorer for the Reading girls. But now the Spy Ponders regroup in the neutral zone. Off the boards, nice play by Russo. Looks to center it for Keneally, but a Reading defender was there first. Now flying back the other way is number 17. Now pinned against the boards. Spy Ponders back at even strength with 1:57 remaining here in the first of 2 periods. Tied up at 1 here at Eddie Burns Arena in Arlington. Russo alongside the boards, tripped up, no call on the play. As it's batted behind the net, Skizis chases after it. Cave is there to retrieve it on the blue line. Back behind the net once again, Verrier is there for the Tanners. For the Reading girls, excuse me. And Verrier there once again, loops around behind the net. Backhands it off, but it's intercepted by Skizis, who chips it back behind the net for the Reading girls. And now it's battled for in the middle. Got a piece of it in the middle. Sumner now pushes back the other way with some speed. Pinned against the boards. Back into the neutral zone. Vulgaris tries to chase it down. And it's batted back the other way. Spy Ponders and the Reading girls both go for a line change as we're under a minute to go here in the first period. Talanian now tries to make a move alongside the boards. Bonifiello was there first. Dumped behind the net, Sumner's there. Arlington regains possession. O'Day drops it off to Talanian. Talanian off the boards with some speed, gets around a defender. And she's hit hard there alongside the boards. Skizis keeping pressure on as it goes into the corner. Corsetti there as well. She drops it back to O'Day, 22 seconds left. Corsetti centers, passes through the crease. Back alongside the boards once again. Over the blue line. 10 seconds left. O'Day holds in the neutral zone, looks for a stretch to Talanian back the other way. It's going to go for icing, so we'll have a face-off in the Spy Ponders end with 5.8 seconds left. So far, an entertaining period between these two teams. Tied at 1, almost after 1. We could see a buzzer beater here from the Reading girls at the end of this one to give themselves a lead, but other than that, I don't think anything else could happen here besides this thing staying even. Arlington wins the draw. They'll play it safe. Oh, and a shot put on net last second. Rod was able to make the save there as we end the period tied at 1. We'll send it to our analyst, Mark Russo. What did you see out of both teams there, and what do the Spy Ponders need to do in the second period to come away with the W here today?
Yeah, not a strong showing by the Spy Ponders. Very sloppy play. Looked like a lot of rust on them today. Not taking care of the puck at all. They're giving Reading a lot of opportunities. When we're down like this, we can't afford to continue to give them opportunities and give them puck possession. I think that's the biggest difference in the game. If they button that thing up, I think they'll be fine.
Definitely. It's going to be an interesting second period between these two teams. The 4-0-1 Spy Ponders are tied with the 0-2-2 Reading Memorial High School girls. After 1, we'll be back here soon with second period action from Eddie Burnett Arena here in Arlington. We'll see you soon.
ash would be fine by me. What? The ash right now would be good.
All right, we are back here for second period action from Eddie Burns Arena here in Arlington, Massachusetts, where the Arlington Spy Ponders are tied right now 1-1 with the Reading Rockets after the first period of 2. So we'll kick it to our analyst, Mark Russo. Mark, what do you think the Spy Ponders are going to have to do here in the second period to come out with more than just a tie or even a loss? What do you think they're going to have to do to get the win here in this second period?
Yeah, they've got to kick off the rust. They look like a team that hasn't skated in about 2 weeks. They've got to fight through that, win and won battles, win, lose battles. The effort's got to be there a little bit too. Look, I know you haven't been on the ice for a couple of weeks, but the effort has to be better. Puck control has to be better. Really, the only time they dominated was on the power play. So I'd like to see a little bit better effort and just dig deep, and they can come out with the win. This is time to buckle up and get it together. That's what we're ready for. So
definitely, the Spy Ponders not in the best circumstances right now, missing a couple of their star players, as well as not having skated a lot in the past 2 weeks. Only once, actually, in the past 14 days. But the Spy Ponders on the season have been very dominant, ranked number 2 in the state right now, behind only number 1 Austin Prep. So they look to not only win the division, but win the state as they're in that race now as we kick off the second period here. Goes back into the Reading end, and the Rockets regain possession and look to push back the other way. That's number 7, Cara Joyce, who tried to clear it out of her own end, but chased after by Gabby Russo. Makes a nice move, tries to center the puck, but she's heavily pressured there and pushed to the outside. Battling for it now behind the net. Vulgaris in there as well alongside Russo, and as soon as the Reading girls come away with it, they're actually going to call the play dead, and it'll be a face-off in the Reading end. So the Spy Ponders still not suffering a loss yet this year, having a record of 4-0-1. Their only tie in the first game of the season was against Woburn, where they tied on the road 2-2. And they look to keep their winning ways going here today, as the Reading girls have impressed us here so far in this first period, coming out with a goal there late to tie things up. And they look to come away with the upset here today as the puck is iced all the way back into the Arlington end. It'll go back to the Reading zone for a face-off. And now Corsetti's actually going to take the draw for the Spy Ponders. And she wins it. It's sent off to Skizis on the far side. A nice step up there by the Reading defender forces them to try and send the puck across ice. It actually goes out into the neutral zone. And now battling for it back the other way. Nice move there. Rzepka all alone, and a nice save by Elise Rod. Rzepka with plenty of room there on that left side. Took a great shot, but Elise Rod with a better save as she shut down one of the best players on this Reading team once again. Now it's sent back into the neutral zone over to number 5, Molly. Now back into the neutral zone now, the Reading girls. Oh, and a hard hit there. Molly Keneally with the hit there. And now still battling for it, shaken up on the play. That's Allie Sumner, the freshman, who's been great so far today for the Reading girls. We hope she's all right as she goes off to the bench. And now battling for it alongside the net. It's rung around the boards. Skizis chips it off to Keely Smith. Smith tries to send it back. One-timer there by Rzepka goes wide. And now it's pinned against the boards for the Spy Ponders. Skizis battling for it alongside Corsetti. Smith comes away with it. Talanian chips it out into the neutral zone and looks to take it on herself to bat it back into the Reading end. And now the Reading girls regain possession. They look to stretch it back the other way into the neutral zone. Now with some space, it's dumped behind the net. O'Day's there to lift the puck into the corner. She takes the puck and bats it in front of the Arlington bench. Huge hit there by Talanian. And now the puck sent across, looking for Devin Fanning on that far side. Reading girls regain possession and look to bring it out of their own end, but Fanning applies the pressure, dumps it back to O'Day. O'Day wipes out, but still gets the pass off, but it goes back to the Reading girls. JC Cohen carries it up into the middle. Allie Piggott with a nice move. Slips up on the play. A little bit of chippiness there between the two teams as the Spy Ponders go for a quick line change. Now it's batted alongside, behind the net. Russo's there to pick it up in the Arlington end. She looks for Doherty on the far left side. Doherty chasing after it now. Icing's called off. Doherty still flying. Backs to Russo. Russo centers the puck. And Machera got a stick in the way as Devin Fanning keeps the play alive. Battling for it in front. Reading girls look to go back the other way. That's Fischera in the middle. She sends it off to Rezepka on the far side. She takes a shot, save, rebound loose in front, and Vogaris clears it out, batting it off the glass. And it goes out into the neutral zone, and they'll be called offside. A little bit of a collision there after the play. And the puck will go back into the neutral zone for a draw. 18:27 remaining here in the second period. So a little bit of back and forth. Mark, what have you seen so far from both teams?
Yeah, smart play by Elena Vogaris right there. Just get the puck up and out of the zone. It's good to see. Historically, this is Arlington's strength, the second period or second half, whatever you want to call it. They're coming with a little more intensity, which is great to see. They need to pick that up, and I think they'll be fine again.
Definitely, and now back on the ice for the Rockets. We saw number 19, Allie Sumner, working her way back onto the ice. Good to see her back after taking that hard hit, as she battles for it now alongside the boards in her own ends. Puck trickles back to number 13, Morgan Fischera, captain for this Reading squad. And now it goes back behind the net once again. Cara Joyce is there. She tries to clear it out. Keneally keeps the play alive. Corsetti chases after it behind the net. O'Day is there to pick it up in the corner. Backhands it back, looking for Corsetti behind the net. Skiza steps up, takes a hit, and now the Reading girls push back the other way. Now the puck goes back into the Reading zone, picked up in the neutral zone. Devin Norman carries it through. Chasing after it now, picks it up behind the Reading net, tries to center the puck, and a nice play there by Rezepka to break that one up, but the Spy Ponders keep the play alive. Pinned against the boards now. Trying to keep it in there was number 23, Riley Broughton, for the Spy Ponders, but it goes all the way back for an icing. It'll go back to the Reading zone anyway.
Riley Broughton has a brother Shane who plays for the boys' high school team.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, her twin sister is up front also. Good family.
Broughton, a freshman, has been making a impact here, especially in this game with a couple of players out. She's been doing a good job filling that void in for Grace Corsetti, who moved up front so far here today. As the puck is floated back behind the Arlington net. Norman bats it up, looking for Talanian. Chipped out. Reading regains possession, tries to take a shot. It floats wide. Oh, and a tough hit into the boards. Another shot in front, and Rod makes the save off the screen. Pinned against the boards once again. O'Shea back to the blue line. Deflected in front. And another good opportunity there for the Reading girls. Broughton jumps on top of it in the corner. Rings back around the boards. Devin Fanning's there. And it goes back. The Arlington girls are going to reset. Batted out into the neutral zone. Reading is forced to clear. It goes back to Norman, who chips it back out into the neutral zone. Spy Ponders go for a line change. Now the Reading girls look to go back the other way. O'Day kicks it back into the neutral zone, steps up on the play. And now the Reading girls with some space going back the other way in the middle. And a nice comeback by O'Day to break up that play there Plenty of room for Sumner at first, but a nice play by O'Day to lift the stick and break that one up. Puck once again batted back into the Arlington end. No mercy here from the Reading girls as they look to try and take the lead in this second and final period. Takes her time with it, Rzepka. Rzepka holds, and O'Day dispossesses the puck. It's batted into the neutral zone by Doherty, back to Corsetti, who looks for Russo on that far side. Russo battling for it alongside the boards, drops back into the neutral zone. Cave plays it safe back to O'Day. And O'Day loops around, sends it to Cave. Russo now with some space there on that right side. Tries to make a play with it, but she's dispossessed by Rzepka. And Rzepka flying through the neutral zone with plenty of speed, cuts in the middle, and she scores! Rzepka goes end to end on the Spy Ponders, cuts in the middle, and the Reading Rockets take a 2-1 lead with 14:35 remaining here in the second and final period. Mark, we'll bring it to you. What did you see on that play?
Yeah, Rzepka has really done a very good job all day today. She just turned on her speed and literally blew by the entire team. I think you're seeing I like the way she plays. Very good player.
She's definitely doing a great job so far here today. Finally cashes in, as Elise Rod has had her number pretty much all night up until now, where she netted that very important goal to take the lead for the Reading girls as they lead the Spy Ponders, looking for a huge upset here today. The Reading girls look to get their first win of the season. Spy Ponders undefeated on the year as the puck is iced back behind the net. It'll go back to the Spy Ponders end for a face-off. Still time for the Spy Ponders though, 14:11 remaining here in the second period as they look to come out with some more fire, as they look to come back into this one. After taking a 1-0 lead at the start, two unanswered goals by the Reading girls so far as Talanian stretches through the neutral zone with some speed. Battles for it in the corner, tries to loop it around the net. Battled for, nice step up by O'Day. Talanian still battles for it behind the net. And it's loose in the middle, back to O'Day. O'Day fires, takes a shot, barely goes wide. Drops off to the boards, Fanning's there to pick it up. Back to O'Day on the blue line. O'Day over to Cave. Cave with some room, fires, save, rebound loose in front. Pickett was almost there as the puck was loose on the doorstep, but it's covered up at the last second by Casey Machera, a senior goaltender and senior captain for this Reading Rockets squad. She's played outstanding so far here today, facing many shots on both power plays, but she's still held the Spy Ponders to only one goal so far here as they look to get a comeback going in this one. Back to Fanning, she looks for the one-timer. It's blocked. Looks to be centered there by Russo. Back to the point again. Norman breaks it up. It goes back to Broughton again. Reading girls look to keep it alive in the Arlington zone. Goes back to Broughton in the corner. Broughton tries to dump it out. Reading girls keep possession. Rzepka now in the corner. Takes her time with it. Tries to center the puck, but Russo's there to pick it up. Russo looks to fly back the other way with some speed. Drops the puck off for Doherty. Doherty takes a shot and it just rings wide. Now back to the blue line once again. O'Day tries to step up on the play. Puck trickles back into the neutral zone as Broughton is there to try and bat it back. Cheese dips it over to the far side, looking for Doherty. Now battling for it. Reading girls come away with it. Nice defensive play there by Gabby Russo. Puck's tied up in the referee's skates, unable to get to it. And now the Reading girls keep the play alive. Pinned against the boards behind the Arlington net. 11:58 remaining here in the second period. Drop back to the blue line once again. Bonifiello's there. Rzepka. Back around, centering pass. Nobody's home to cash in there. but the Reading girls keep possession. Shot fired, blocked in front. Russo tries to clear out, but it goes back into the corner where Fischera's there to pick it up. And the Spy Ponders finally able to dump it all the way out. Goes all the way back the other way for an icing, and it'll go back to the Arlington end for another draw. So the Spy Ponders losing a little bit of gas here in the second period so far as they look to try and take back this lead that they held at the beginning of the game. Reading girls really applying a lot of pressure on the Spy Ponders right now. They're still containing them to holding themselves to a 1-goal deficit, but they need to apply a little bit more pressure offensively as O'Day carries it now through the neutral zone. O'Day with some speed fires, and it ricochets off the shoulder of Mashera into the glass. Spy Ponders keep the play alive, and another shot on the play by Keneally is covered up. And that's a little bit of the fire that we've seen from the Spy Ponders all year. They're showing a little bit more of it now on that play as they get another draw in the Reading zone. Piggott will take it for the Spy Ponders. Off the draw, Piggott wins it. Puck loose in front, they score! Skeezis gets the loose rebound in front of the net. Great play by Piggott to center it off the draw. And Skeezis taps it in. The Spy Ponders tie things up at 2. Mark, what'd you see on that play? We were looking for a little bit of fire from the Spy Ponders right before that draw, and they execute on the momentum there, taking another goal to tie things up.
Amelia Skeezis is going hard. That Allie Piggott has been a spark plug. She really skates with some high intensity continuously, and it's infectious, so good to see. Coach Mead coming back with an interesting lineup. He's moved Corsetti between Doherty and Russo, trying to get some offense out of his team.
Definitely, and we see some secondary scoring there from the Spy Ponders as Skeezis nets a great goal there to tie things up for the Spy Ponders as they look to be getting themselves back into this one. And this one should come down to the wire as the Spy Ponders look to come away with a win, as well as the Reading girls looking to come away with an upset, get their first win of the year against an undefeated team like the Spy Ponders. As the puck drops back into the neutral zone, O'Day steps up. She's tripped up on the play, no call. And it goes back the other way, and the puck ricochets off the Arlington bench, almost into the face of some of the coaches there on the Arlington bench, but it's narrowly avoided as the play goes back the other way for O'Day. Over to Keneally now on that far side. Keneally chases after her own pass. She almost gets it there behind the net as Skeezis races off the bench to help her out. Centering pass intercepted, another try by Skeezis, and it's caught in the glove of Machera.
I think that goal has given Amelia Skeezis a little confidence, and it's really good to see a jump on her step right now.
Definitely, she just showed some fire off the bench there. Flying off and making a great play for the Spy Ponders as they get another draw in the Reading end, which drops back into the neutral zone. O'Day's there to pick it up. Goes back to Skeezis on that right side. Skeezis hit on the play. Sticks with it. Drops back into the neutral zone. Keneally's there to pick it up. Keneally makes a move. Big hit in the middle. Skeezis is there to pick it up off the boards. Piggott chasing after it in the middle. Skeezis once again battling for it. Spy Ponders go for a quick line change. Piggott pressuring behind the net. Talanian in there as well, battling for it. And now the Reading girls look to push back the other way. Shot goes wide. That was Selena O'Shea who took the shot on net for the Rockets there. And now Piggott picks it up behind the net, tries to send it off to Talanian. Goes back for Smith in the middle. Puck sent back behind the Arlington net. Reading goes for a line change. Norman's there to pick it up behind her own net. She's pressured heavily there. Rockets come away with the puck, but Bulgaris switches the momentum and pushes it out into the neutral zone. Still battling for it alongside the boards. Talanian chipping at it in front of her own bench. She comes away with it. Nice play there by Talanian. but she's dispossessed on her way into the Reading end. O'Day's there to pick it back up. She sends it off for the far side for Fanning. Fanning dumps it in. Arlington goes for a line change. Rung around the board, Santilli checks it off there in the middle. And now the Rockets look to push back the other way. Tough hit in the middle. Corsetti goes down. And the physicality increasing here in this second period as we're knotted at 2 with 7 minutes, 38 seconds remaining in the second and final period of the game. Both teams looking for more than a tie today, so they're going to do everything they can to get the W. O'Day holds it in her own end. Looks for Corsetti there on that far side. Corsetti carries it up, centers for Russo, and a nice poke check there by Joyce to break up that play. Now it's sent off into the corner, drops back with some room over there on that far side. Norman tries to take a shot, doesn't get it off right on her stick, and it goes back the other way for the Reading girls. Nice move in the middle, takes a shot, looks to go up high, but it sails over the net. And now going back the other way, Russo now with some space. Tries to make a move again, but again, a nice defensive play there by number 18, Selena O'Shea, to break it up. Both teams go for a line change, and it's going to go all the way back for an icing as there was chaos in front of the benches here for a sec. And we'll go back to the Arlington end for a face-off. So, Mark, what do you think the Spy Pounders are going to have to do to come out with this game with more than just a tie? What do you think they're going to have to do to get the win?
Yeah, they've had an uphill battle like we talked about. 14 days off. It's a big mountain to climb. I think they're capable of doing it. They're showing a little more intensity, a little more passion. When you're down a goal, you saw that little spark with them. If they play like that and continue to battle hard, I think good things will happen. But
definitely.
They've really got to buckle it up. It's a tough task for sure today, but I think they're capable of doing it. They just have to really focus on what's important and not overcomplicate things.
Definitely. Not only the Spy Pounders at a little bit of a disadvantage due to the lack of ice time they've had in the past 2 weeks, but the Reading girls coming out with an immense amount of fire to try and get the win here today, get their first win of the season as they're 0-2-2 on the year so far. Looking to upset a great team like the Spy Pounders. And these two have put up one heck of a game here so far at Eddie Burns Arena here in Arlington. It's going to be interesting to see how this one pans out. Off the draw, Piggott sticks with it. Gets it, tries to center for Skeesis, but it drops back to the blue line. Chipped into the middle, and it's batted away. Broughton there, chips it up for Keneally. Keneally looks for options, centering pass once again, loose in front of the net. And now the Reading girls will push back the other way. That's Fischera, the captain for the Rockets. Loops back behind the net. Taken back by Piggott. Piggott now flying up through the neutral zone. Dumps it back, no icing. Spy Pounders go for a line change. Doherty chases it down. Taken away by Russo in the middle. O'Day steps up on the play to keep it alive. O'Day loops around behind the net. Hit as she skates. Spy Pounders keep the puck in the Reading end as they chip for it alongside the boards. Reading comes away with it, however, and they look to go back the other way. Shot on net, saved by Rod. Dumped off, and the Spy Pounders regroup, look to go back the other way. Nice poke check there, trying to keep the play alive. But the Spy Pounders look to go back now through the neutral zone. That's Cave. Drops off to Doherty now on the far side. Doherty with some space. Spy Pounders regroup, go for a quick line change, now dropping it back to Norman on the blue line. And Norman is dispossessed, and now going back the other way is O'Shea. Back into the middle, collision in front of the Arlington bench. And the puck will deflect into the Arlington bench, and we'll have a neutral zone face-off.
Yeah, Nick, this Reading team really takes on the attitude of their head coach, Alexa Hingston. She's done a very good job. A protege of Jeff Mead's wife up at St. A's, quarterback the power play, hard skating young lady, and their team really emulates the way she plays the game. They work hard.
Definitely a well-coached team this Reading team is, and they've shown their fight so far here today. as they have the Spy Ponders knotted at 2. Keneally chases after her own pass, and the Reading girls take it back, flying back the other way. That's Verrier with some speed, but she's dispossessed. Keneally now makes a nice move in the middle, still holds possession of it. Sent off. Oh, and Piggott almost had a chance there on the far side, but it was a little bit too much. Drops back to O'Day now. O'Day fires. Doesn't get to the net, however. Centering opportunity, but it doesn't go. Still behind the net. Arlington girls batting at it. Loose in front. And it almost goes in, but the Reading girls somehow bat it out. Goes all the way back to the Arlington end. This one's going to go for an icing. Spy Ponders with another good chance there. So we're down to 3 minutes, 35 seconds left now in the game.
It's been a while since we've seen the Reading team ice the puck. Arlington had some sustained pressure right there. We haven't seen that in quite some time.
Definitely. The Spy Ponders looking to string together some opportunities in the Reading zone. Applying some pressure on them, but now they're dispossessed, going back the other way. Rzepka plays it passive, loops back around, and now looks to fly through the neutral zone, passes into the Arlington zone. Taking it herself, tries to center, but it's taken away by Doherty. Spy Ponders look to push back the other way. That's Russo. Russo goes to the outside. Battling for it now into the corner. O'Day's there to pick it up behind the net. She bats it off the boards back to Corsetti. Corsetti fires, deflected in front, doesn't get to the net. Goes off to Doherty on the side. Doherty back to Russo behind the net. Russo off the boards back to Norman. Norman over to O'Day. O'Day takes a shot, it goes wide. Goes back to Russo once again. Again back to Norman. Russo chips it across. Racing for it there. Broughton keeps the play alive. Bats it behind. Spy Ponders trying to make some changes. Broughton tries to take a shot on net. Doesn't get there. Corsetti stays on the ice. Fires in front, and it was a loose in front for a sec. But now it loops back behind the net. Reading girls regain possession, and there's going to be a penalty on the play. Some excessive pushing between Voulgaris and Santilli as tensions are rising here at Eddie Burns Arena. 2 minutes, 11 seconds left. And both of them will go to the box. So 2 offsetting penalties there, as there was a good amount of extra pushing and shoving there between Voulgaris and Santilli. So both teams go for a quick huddle, and referees discussing here with the coaches. I think they might be just doing 4-on-4. Now they're discussing if they should just do 5-on-5 instead.
Looks like matching penalties. It should be a 5-on-5.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to do 5-on-5.
Just would like to take this opportunity, Nick, to talk about Happy National Girls and Women's in Sports Day today.
Yes, definitely. A fitting occasion here as the Spy Ponders are battling here at home in a great game. And now, so it is going to stay 5-on-5 as the Spy Ponders battle for it alongside the boards. Puck trickles back out into the neutral zone. Keneally's there to pick it up. Keneally makes a nice move, keeps possession, sends it off to Doherty on that far side. Doherty bats it back behind the net. Russo's there to chase after it. And still battling for it alongside the boards. Now it goes back the other way. That's Rzepka with some room. She tries to dump it into the Arlington end, but Corsetti's there to contain it. 1:27 remaining in the game. So both teams looking to make something happen here as they look for more than just a tie. Battling for it alongside the boards. Piggott comes away with it. Piggott off to Russo. Russo in the middle, Skizis. Skizis loops behind the net, tries to center it, and it's covered up by Casey Machera, the senior captain here for the Rockets. And it'll be interesting. Is the team going to elect to take a timeout on this one? And they do.
Yeah, good call, Nick.
Spy Ponders will take the timeout, talk this one over. The last time I remember at home, the Spy Ponders took a great timeout there towards the end of the game. I believe it was against Woburn, actually, when we faced them at home. They were tied 2-2. Coach Meade crafted together an incredible play, and the Spy Ponders were able to take the lead here at the end of the game. So let's see if they can do something similar here today, or if you're Reading fans out there, let's see if the Reading girls can win this draw and try and boot it back down the other way to the Spy Ponders end and get an opportunity of their own. Still 1:03 remaining in the game. So some time to make something happen here between the two teams. So Vulgaris and Santilli will both get out of the box with 11 seconds remaining in the game. So not that they'll have too much time to do something,
They'll
but if
have
they
to
like
wait
to
till a
try
whistle afterwards. It's 5-on-5, so they'll be in the box until that happens. So doesn't look likely they'll get out of the box.
Yeah, they'll most likely be in the box for the rest of the game, but both teams discussing over an intense game so far here today as they're tied 2-2 here at Eddie Burns Arena here in Arlington, as the Spy Ponders look to continue their chase for the division title, undefeated so far in the year, as they look to come out with more than just 1 point today, looking for 2 and looking for a win.
See if we have a little magic left in the hat with a minute left here in the town barn. Let's see what happens here.
We'll see. Both teams break the huddle. We go back to the Reading zone for an offensive zone faceoff for the Spy Ponders. And it looks like they're going to have Piggott take the draw, along with Fischera taking the draw for the Rockets. They win it, but it's pinned against the board. Spy Ponders battling for it now, under a minute left in the game. Looks to center the puck in front of the net, and the Reading girls elect to clear. This is going to go for an icing. So the Spy Ponders will get another shot at it.
Good pressure by Arlington. It's like we talked about. It hasn't been there all game. The last few minutes, they've really kept the pressure up and kept up the tempo. It's good to see.
Definitely, and it seems like the Rockets are going for a little bit more of a passive end of this game, looking for the tie more than trying to push back down the other way, looking for a win, while the Spy Ponders are trying to push everything they got, but now a chance going back the other way. That's Rzepka with plenty of room. She takes the shot and a save by Rod. 33 seconds now remaining. The Reading girls look to keep the play alive. It's deflected in front of the net, and Rod will cover it up. 27.4 seconds left. And now will the Reading girls take a timeout?
Jeez, we spoke too soon about being passive, didn't we, Nick?
Yeah, I know. I did. I jinxed myself there. And, oh, no, they're not going to take a timeout. Yep, they are. So the Arlington Spy Ponders use their timeout. Now the Reading Rockets will use theirs as well with 27.4 seconds remaining. I was jumping the gun a little bit there, Mark, by saying that the Rockets are looking to end this game on a passive note. They get a great opportunity there, stretching out of their own end. Rzepka, who's been on fire so far here today, gets an opportunity, but a great save by Rod, directs it wide. They keep the play alive in the Arlington end, and they'll have an offensive zone faceoff now with 27.4 seconds remaining. So, still a little bit of time, I guess, for the Spy Ponders to try and make a push back the other way, but they're going to have to worry about the Reading girls getting an opportunity of their own first.
That's correct. Defensive responsibility here. That's your prime responsibility in the defensive zone, right? Defense first, and then if we have an opportunity to spring somebody for a break, we certainly will.
Definitely, as this one is definitely coming down to the wire here, as the two teams have battled hard all day, and the Reading girls look to come out of this with a win here on this one. And the Spy Ponders, who knows, they could get a chance going back the other way and look for the win for themselves.
Excellent goaltending, Nick, on both ends, I thought.
Goaltending has been
played
great
very
today.
well today, yeah.
Elise Rod has been consistently amazing all season, and this is the first time I've seen Machera so far this year, and she's been outstanding for the Rockets as well. So definitely a battle of two amazing goaltenders in this one. As we're knotted at 27.4 seconds left. Rousseau elects to take the draw for the Spy Ponders. This should be interesting, folks. Off the draw, Spy Ponders win it. O'Day tries to bat it off the boards. Reading looks to keep the play alive. 18 seconds left. Still loose in front in the middle. Doherty Looks for now Keneally, who has some room going back the other way. Keneally takes a shot, deflects, and it just goes wide. 4 seconds left, and that should do it. A great chance there at the end of the game. Keneally almost had it. She went down as she took the shot, but this one ends in a stalemate as the two teams tie 2-2. Spy Partners avoid taking the loss, so they stay undefeated on the year, but they'll take their second tie of the year as the Rockets improve to a record of 0-2-3 off the tie. So a great game between two great teams here today. Definitely a competitive one. Mark, take us out. What did you see from both teams, and what are the Spy Partners going to have to do this Saturday to continue to try and get back in the win column?
Yeah, good game today. You know, we knew we had an uphill battle. I thought it was evenly matched. We did a very good job at the second period to come on strong. I will say secondary scoring was great to see. We haven't had that in quite some time, so that's a positive takeaway. The Reading team has got some good young freshmen that are very stable. They'll be a force for years to come, but I think Arlington should be back on track. We get a couple of girls back. We'll get our legs back under us, and I think it'll be a different game the next time these two teams meet.
Moral of the story so far here today is to do not underestimate a team due to their record. The Tanners. The Rockets, without a win so far this year, put on an outstanding game against the Spy Partners, looking to prove themselves here for years to come with, like you said, Mark, plenty of young players on their roster to be good in the coming years. So that will do it for us here from Eddie Burns Arena in Arlington. We'll see you back here this Saturday for another girls varsity hockey matchup here from Arlington. From ACMi Sports, alongside my analyst Mark Russo, my name is Nick Antonakis. We'll see you on Saturday. Thanks so much for watching, everybody.